Hey everyone, Cody from Valley Heating here. I'm at my customer's house who we recently installed a heat pump for. We're out in Saginaw Township. He's willing to talk to us and tell us why he chose a heat pump over an air conditioner. Now that you have it, what do you love about it?
For me, it's mostly redundancy. I still have a boiler system in the house, but natural gas is subsidized, and if that was ever to change, it would become very expensive to run. On top of it is original to the house. My house was built in 1971. My boiler was installed in 1971. So if it was to ever go out in Michigan and I wasn't home, I would have a problem. I just set my thermostat to auto mode, make sure it never falls below a temperature, and if necessary, this will kick in and keep my house plenty warm.
Yep.
This last year during the cold snap, I really wanted to put it through its paces, actually shut off the boiler and let this thing heat the house entirely on its own. And we weren't able to tell the difference between the two. The reason I chose a heat pump was one, redundancy, but two, federal tax credit. The little bit more you pay for a heat pump over a comparable high efficiency air conditioning unit is completely eaten up and even superseded by a tax credit. So it actually was the cheapest option for me at the efficiency I was looking for.
After your rebates and tax credits, this ended up being cheaper than a comparable straight AC unit.
Yeah.
And you get the benefit of also having a heating option as well.
Yeah, and to my next closest quote, it was actually half as much money after the tax credit and with the way Cody does his fair pricing. There's a $2,000 tax credit on your primary house if you swap out to a heat pump that is eligible. I learned about it actually through Cody. He said, this is what, if I do this one, you will qualify for it. And without any problems, I typed it in a TurboTax and got my money back. I love how quiet it is. Our old unit sits right outside our family room. So we'd be watching a movie and it kick on, the TV on the wall would start moving. It was just loud outside, not pleasant to live with. I love how consistent it is. You don't hear it cycle on and off. Like you hear your HVAC kick on, right? But because it does load matching, it will run less hard for a longer period of time, making it more efficient. So you don't have the temperature, yeah, like, and it's something I never realized how much I didn't like before, but now having this, like, completely game changer. The efficiency is obviously top of the line, and that's a big deal for us because my fiance works night shift. So one of us is always sleeping, so the house just has to be at a constant temperature for sleeping. So we have an advanced thermostat, but we don't actually use any of its advanced features for away home because it doesn't work for us, meaning the efficiency is a really big deal.
So you had mentioned to me as well that you're thinking about solar.
Yep.
How does that factor into your decision making with a heat pump?
Well, solar, right, one of the greatest things you can do to help benefit and get a quicker return is use your energy. Mm-hmm. Selling it back is nothing, is, you know,
pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar, right? It's half of what you're paying for buying. So I wanted a way that I could heat my house if I had excess electricity.
Right.
Can't do that with natural gas.
Right.
But I can do that with a heat pump.
For
also,
energy.
yeah, and then also there's a lot of regulations and really how do you size a solar system. Mm-hmm. This increases the amount of solar panels I could install.
Nice.
So I haven't really, I don't have a time frame for when I'm going to do it, but
it's there when you need it.
It's there when I need it. It's one more step. It's part of the infrastructure of the home that overall hits the goal.
What made you call us? How'd you find us?
Referral through a friend, knew who Cody was, told me that he was an honest guy running an honest company. I did call other companies as well and haven't been out the job. I wanted to make sure that I was getting a good deal. What ultimately helped me decide on Valley and Cody was they were my lowest quote for the comparable product, as well as they were the only ones that explained exactly how it worked. And they actually were the only ones that offered a heat pump for what I was asking for. You know, I came to them with an efficiency requirement that I wanted to have top of line efficiency, but the competitor product was more money and did not offer the heating.
If you're in the market for a new air conditioner, in today's day and age, I have to recommend that you consider a heat pump. When you look at the efficiency savings, the redundancy of having a second source of heat, the comfort that comes with a nice modulating heat pump, it may not be for everyone, but I would strongly consider it as an option. If you need a heat pump, if you want to talk to somebody that knows heat pumps, anything like that, give us a call, click the link below.